Being a good listener is extremely important because it ensures that we pick up on relevant aspects about the candidate, such as required competencies and skill sets. I'm just going to discuss with you a few tips that can help us with our behavioural skills when conducting a successful interview. Effective listening. It is important to not get distracted and move on to the next question too quickly when asking interview questions. Ensure that you take lots of notes of the answers to any open or drill down questions that you ask, which is what we discussed before. Non-verbal communication. In order to keep the candidate engaged throughout the interview, it is important that we use open body language and maintain eye contact, because this reassures the candidate that they are being listened to and that their answers are important and relevant to the interview. It is also vital that you pay close attention to the candidate's body language in order to make sure that they're engaged with what you are discussing. Ensure that the candidate knows that they can ask any questions regarding the role or the organisation. The types of questions the candidate asks are very important, as it shows you what the interviewee is interested in about the role. All okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll carry on then. Now, can any of you tell me what you think might be a question asked by an interviewer to an interviewee an interviewee to the interviewer, I do apologise, that shows a disinterest in the role?
Like asking something as silly as, do you have a pyjama day?
Yes, that's a good one. Not really anything about the role or the organisation itself.
Like, how much do we get paid?
Yeah, things like that. It could be a genuine question, but at the same time, they could just be thinking about the money. Again, not really interested in the role or the organisation itself. Both good answers. Now, it's important to remember that not all questions like that define a candidate's interest in the role, but it can tell us a bit about their way of thinking if something like that is all they have to ask. Can any of you tell me a question on the other side they might ask that shows a genuine interest in the role?
Are there any opportunities for further development?
Yeah, that's great. Asking about opportunities for development is the candidate showing a genuine interest in developing with the company, which means they are going to be in it for the long haul too. It shows a bit of dedication to the role also. Any others?
How about questions for the organisation?
Questions about the organisation, yeah, that's great. Shows that they're interested in the role itself and the place they're going to be working for. Always a good sign. Now I'm just going to go through some good ways of ending the interview. Ensure that you thank them for their time to show your appreciation for coming in. That's always very important. Even if you don't feel like they're a good candidate, it's still important to show that you appreciate them. Give a brief explanation of what the next steps will be in the recruitment process. Okay, so what they can expect next, whether they're successful or unsuccessful. It's good to just give them an idea, like a time frame, etc. Okay, everyone happy with that?
Yeah, brilliant.
Happy.
I'm now going to give you some specific job roles on a piece of paper and ask you to write down what competencies and attributes you think you would need for these roles. They're not roles relevant to the department that you work in or the one we're recruiting for, but it's just a fun quiz to make sure you've got the right idea about what we've learnt today. So we will just take 3 or 4 minutes to do that, then we will have a look at our answers, okay? Okay, so here are the quizzes.
I went for a pen, I didn't bring one.
Sorry. Okay? Right, so just take a few minutes to do that and we'll go through the answers afterwards. Okay. Okay, are we all finished?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's have a look at some of your answers then. So we've got... Thank you. Okay, so for social worker, the type of skills you would be looking for this kind of role are, we've got compassionate, very good, well organised, great communication skills, strong attention to detail, very good, good written and verbal skills, okay, good, spot on. Administrator, a bit of a different role there. Good attention to detail, good verbal and written skills, again, great. Operations manager, good motivational skills. I know that's a lot of what you do. Good motivational skills. Very relevant to this role, I think. Strong communication skills, good leadership skills. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Probably one of the most important ones. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that one as well. Good attention to detail. Again, yes, very good too. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Very
okay.
much, actually.
Brilliant. Now that's the end of our training session. Are there any questions about what we have learnt today?
I just have one quick question.
Yeah, that's
How
fine.
long should the average interview last?
Okay, so the average interview does, I would say, just depend on the role you are recruiting for. If it's a role like an operations manager, there might be a few different interview stages with different levels of management and HR involved. And it's quite a highly skilled job. The longest interview would probably be around 45 minutes for a high skilled job. And I would say the shortest for maybe a warehouse job or working in a retail shop would be around 10 minutes, depending on the skill set required, really.
Oh, so the length of the interview just depends on the role?
Yeah, exactly. And the amount of information you need and how highly skilled the job is, really. It all varies. Okay? Any more questions?
No, I think that's
No,
just about right.
I'm satisfied, Jack.
Okay, good. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope you all leave today feeling more confident in regards to your interviewing techniques. So good luck, everyone, with the new department. I'm sure you'll all do great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Have a lovely rest of the day, all.
Yeah, you too.
And yourself.
Bye.
Darling.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, darling.